For the latest, we're joined by Texas Congressman Brian Babin. He represents the 36th Congressional District right there in the great state of Texas. He also sits in the Committee on Space, Science, and Technology. Also joined by Russ Ramsland. He is an election security expert and partner at Allied Special Operations Group cybersecurity firm. Gentlemen, thank you for making the time. Congressman, we're going to begin with you. Democrats, they're trying to claim that the president is trying to rig the election by stopping the cost overruns at the post office, yet they resist every attempt to shore up voter integrity. What is really going on here?
What is really going on is the same thing we've seen for the last 4 years. These are Democrats under Nancy Pelosi that is under the sway of the 4 squad members, the radical left wing of the Democratic Party that wants to generate controversy where there is none. They are accusing the president and accusing us Republicans of basically trying to fearmonger and close down the U.S. Post Office. And there's nothing, there's not a shred of truth into what they're saying about the post office going under. These diminution or reduction in the number of post boxes around the country was something that started under Obama in 2013. This is nothing that started under President Trump. They're telling folks that there's not going to be any Social Security checks coming in the mail to the elderly. Nothing could be further from the truth, because none of these Social Security checks are mailed any longer since Obama's administration. That stopped in 2013 as well. So this is nothing but hype and a controversy, a conspiracy theory that is not really based in reality. The post office is sitting on $14 billion in cash. They are going to be solvent and in good shape financially until August of 2021.
Okay, understood. Russ, I want to talk with you about the Democrats' attempts to cheat aside, the universal mail-in voting and all the other things that they do. How secure are our conventional systems here in the United States? Are we okay?
No, we're not okay. In fact, election expert after election expert who's really in the world of cyber will tell you that. And why would we be? People think that the counties are conducting their elections. They're not. The counties have contracted out to private companies to run all these elections, and there's no transparency. There is no standards of security for these guys, and we've done an 18-month investigation and found that the thing is a piece of Swiss cheese. We can go in and change votes undetected if we wanted to.
Good grief. Well, first off, Congressman, I want you to weigh in on what you just heard, number one, and then also comment on the Democrats. Here they are complaining for 3.5 years about Russia-Trump collusion, which never happened, and the special counsel investigation proved that. And now we learn the communist Chinese are trying to interfere in our elections to put the Democrats over the finish line electorally, and now they're silent. Would you comment on both of those things, sir?
Absolutely. I think it goes without saying that the communist Chinese are not happy with President Trump. It's in their very best interest to influence this election and let the Democrats win. We've seen over and over again how the Democrats coddle these tyrannical regimes in North Korea and China and the Iranians over and over again. The Democrats would be. They're the ones that came up with the nuclear deal with the Iranians to begin with, which put the Iranians on track to get a nuclear weapon. The Chinese absolutely do not want the Republicans in control of the House or Senate or having a Republican, especially President Trump, sitting in the White House. They are going to be working against us, and we have to be on our P's and Q's. I can't tell you what we heard in briefings on these classified briefings, but there is a big danger that the Chinese might interfere in our election.
Wow. Okay. Well, that leads me to my next question to Russ, because Russ, you mentioned that some of our election systems are based, partially anyway, in foreign nations. First off, why does that make us vulnerable? And you said you were able to hack into some of these systems and change votes. How easy would it be for a foreign adversary to do that?
Well, we did not hack in, and A, B, we did not change any votes. The fact is the system is so wide open, it doesn't require hacking. That's what's really so terrifying about it. But our votes ultimately from 28 states end up with a foreign company in Barcelona, Spain. It's a multinational called Seidel. And they're the ones that actually have our votes and can do with them as they wish in their databases and report them. And it's really not that hard, as I say, on the chain between our county systems and all the way up to Seidel to do exactly that.
All right, gentlemen, this is going to be the first in a long discussion from now into Election Day about the security of our election, because I think there are a lot of folks around the globe who don't like a resurgent America. Gentlemen, I appreciate the time. Coming up, the great